You're in your 40s and you've always been curious about lashes, but you don't want to look like you're competing with your teenage daughter. Hi, I'm Veronica. I was a lash artist of 15 years and now I sell false lashes online. I'm going to give you the breakdown on all the different types of lashes and who it's best for. I'm going to talk about lash extensions first because it is the gold standard for when you want the most carefree, I woke up like this option. They have the best staying power, whether it's the pool, the beach, lots of showers, face washing, tears of happiness. They stay on the best. If you have a good base of strong natural lashes, they will last a decent amount of time for you. Otherwise, you'll start noticing big gaps in your lash line within a week and a half, and then you'll have to rush back to see your lash girl. The same goes for people with oily eyelids. And if you're going to get lash extensions, please go to a reputable lash artist because it can go really wrong with someone who wasn't properly trained. The downsides would be the time commitment and the cost. A full set could take upwards of 2 hours or more and a cost of between $80 to $150 for a refill. This is for you if you want the most carefree option, especially when you will be in a lot of water like a beach vacation. You have a strong base of natural lashes, you're not too oily, you find a good reputable lash artist, and you don't mind the time and cost of getting the lash extensions. Next, I'll talk about strip lashes. They are the most economical option. They are reusable. They're great for occasional wear and if you want to get really dramatic styles. However, there is quite a bit of a learning curve on the application. The glue can get kind of messy. Aligning them is difficult, and more often than not, they lift at the ends. This is for you if you want the most budget-friendly option. You only wear it occasionally, and you don't mind taking the time to learn how to put them on. Next, I'll talk about the latest generation of magnetic lashes. Are two strip lashes with magnets on them, and the idea is you put it on an applicator, hold it up to your eye, and then they snap together. This is a wonderful concept because it's something that can be reused over and over. It doesn't require additional glue, and it's a quick application. However, this generally only works for someone that has already a strong natural base of lashes. If you have thin, sparse, wimpy lashes just like mine, they will simply slide off. In addition, some users report that the snapping motion actually pinches their eyelid skin, which I'm sure hurts. So if you're someone that already has strong natural lashes and you want a little bit of oomph, give magnetic lashes a try. Otherwise, skip it. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about lash clusters. Lash clusters are segments of lashes that you would attach to the underside of your natural lashes. Usually you would put anywhere from 3 to 5 pieces, depending on the size of your eye. And I would say it's the easiest type of DIY lashes to use because you're sticking from underneath so you can actually see what you're doing versus a strip lash where you're putting it on top. This is actually not a new concept. Makeup artists have been applying lash clusters to the underside of lashes for decades now. They do that to avoid the look of the heavy band on top of the lashes when you use strip lashes. There's 2 ways to attach lash clusters. The first is using a bond, which looks like a mascara. You coat your natural lashes with it, and then you attach the lash clusters to the underside of your natural lashes. Generally, you would clamp it together. However, I would say the downsides to using lash clusters with bond would be that one, the stickiness of the bond never fully goes away. So sometimes it depends how much it bothers you. The removal can get a little bit messy. Take off the clusters pretty quickly, but it's the residue that's left over on your natural lashes that take a little bit of time to remove. Also, if you happen to get a little bit of the bond on your face, you can't just wipe it off just like that. You actually have to pull out the remover, put it on your skin, let it sit for a minute or so, wipe it off, and then clean off the oil remover. All that is a minor convenience if there wasn't any other options, but there is now. And the newest version of lash clusters are the pre-glued press-on lash clusters. They come with glue built into the lash band, and you literally just press and go like a press-on nail. They are the easiest to use, completely beginner-friendly. You can put on a set in less than 5 minutes, and there's absolutely no mess. There are different versions. So there are some that will last for the day and there's some that last for up to a week. The version that you can wear for a week are quite durable through the face washing and the shower. Just follow the instructions. Also, there are different variations in the material of the lashes themselves. So ladies, if you don't want to look like your teenager, there is a difference. The cheaper ones are almost always the PET plastic version, which is stiff and hard looking and very uncomfortable. And the most natural kind are made with plant fibers, super soft, very lightweight, and very natural looking fibers. So just look for plant fibers when you are shopping for press-on lashes. I hope you enjoyed that breakdown. If you have any questions about false lashes in general, or if you disagreed with anything I said, leave it in the comments below. I love a good discussion. Thanks for watching.